Speaking of biggest shaft, welcome to Nexus Forlorn Legacy. I am Obsidia, the DM of this campaign. Welcome, Raiders. Happy to have you. As is tradition, we're going to do round the table introductions before a brief session recap, and we just jump right into the business. So, first up, we've got B.
Hello, hello, everyone. I'm glad to see folks sticking around from the raid. But my name is Beatrix Funny. I'm a taxidermy jackalope brought to life by the power of love and slightly mad science. Sometimes I'm also a goblin auntie from Fantasy Queens, if that's your thing. Either way, I'm a variety streamer who focuses on roguelikes, digital artwork, and RPGs. Tonight, I'll be playing the role of Feng Chen Wong. I am the Hobgoblin Artificer and the sole healer to a party of very death-prone friends.
Thank you, B. I always respect a party with little to no healing. You could be like our Strahd game of just like three paladins plus like a sorcerer. um, but yes, thank you, B. Next up, we got Maris.
Hello, I'm Maris Oram. I'm a Celestial Dragon VTuber. I specialize in storytelling streams where we talk about all things books, literature, and media literacy. I also run my own D&D campaign called The Trial of Hearts. It's an ode to all things romantic fantasy, so if you like drama, a dash of political intrigue, and romantic shenanigans galore, definitely check it out. We play every other Wednesday. But while I'm here, I play Soleil, the party's tiefling, fey, hot pink werewolf himbo man. Just happy to coast through life with a single brain cell.
I think the biggest reason you chose to give Soleil antlers instead of horns is so that I can no longer say the horniest tiefling in the party. Or I
You
think it was the
caught me.
horniest member of the party. I don't remember exactly what I used to say about Euphoria.
You caught me.
Thank you, Maris. Next up, we have Sif.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Sif underscore VTuber, real ass knight, real ass artist. I do art, I play games, no announcements or anything. Just streams are in the back burner while I adjust to my new job and figure out things like health insurance. But yeah, I am back again playing as Nafisa. She's got a little texture update. She will get another one when I figure out how to render. Very excited to be back. I love these people and my weird little horse-sized dog, Nix.
What's the deal with health insurance? Thank you, Sif. Next up, we have last but not least, we got Lily.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lily. I am an artist that does a lot of D&D stuff, as well as things that I like and shows that I like, all that good stuff. Sorry. Thank you in Discord for throwing me off. I also run my own D&D campaign, Mistwalker Spectrum of Eternity. The 11th episode was just uploaded this morning, so very excited as always to keep playing that, and very excited as always to continue to play this lovely campaign where I play Aurora, the sheep satyr, scribes wizard, that is as ever going through it, but doing her very best and learning to not run away when things get hard.
For the sake
Definitely not making unwise fey deals, right?
No, she would never.
yeah, that's outlandish. Um, Thank you, Lily. Also, I just realized Nafisa is shouting her own name in her reactive,
Well,
like
I
a
mean,
Pokemon.
because when she's not talking, it's like a cool little like UI label.
Gotcha. I just like to think she's a Pokemon.
Persona!
Oh wait, I
I
forgot
thought
to
that was
mention.
like someone else shouting her name and she's just like super excited turning to it.
I forgot to mention. The Nafisa has monochrome feathers because Raven Queen trauma. The more guilt tripping on Aurora. That's it.
Aurora
She
needs
Purpose of
needs
the last
more.
question.
Thank you.
Um, but yes, thank you, everyone. Previously on Nexus Forlorn Legacy, our heroes were recovering from their hefty ordeal against the the band of mercs, the free company known as the Blood Wolves, where they were able to negotiate a separation during the fight due to some hostage taking. As they were each dealing with the after effects of that, Nafisa had to go vent to her sister Sharit, who was in town in Zhuhai, about how she almost killed somebody and felt really bad about it. And she also asked Sharit to contact Nafisa's father to ask for some help and stuff and some helpful words of advice for her friends, which Sharit agreed to do. There was crying, there was hugs, there was love, and then they departed. Meanwhile, Omega and Aurora were walking back to the ship, and as they did, they had a bit of a pep talk with Aurora about how she's a failure, but that's okay because all mortals are failures, and all of her friends are dumb, and so she really shouldn't put them on a pedestal because they're just literally winging it as a bunch of idiots. So, they just got lucky enough to survive. And if she decided to ditch them, she'd probably get killed in turn at this point because you guys have made so many enemies.
It's a good pep talk.
It was a very good pep talk. And with that, the party warned Captain Rene Calais de Leon de Clan Stormsmite about the fact that they are being hunted by the Blood Wolves and to keep a watch out in case assassins try to board the ship. And then the heroes departed, all going for a hefty bout of sleep after their ordeal. As they did, Feng made a cyber dog who is very prissy, and Nafisa woke up the next morning after having a growth spurt, and so did her doggo, the dragon Nyx, and this led to hilarious shenanigans, and now Nafisa is wearing a much more abs-intensive outfit. Feng tried to teach a 19-year-old gnomish ship's cook how to make things, and it ended in a debacle for him, but she's willing to take on that effort. They took Nyx above ground. Nyx and the doggo met, and Nyx proceeded to start chewing up the doggo, leading to hilarity as she spread her wings and everything. And they heard the song by Nafisa's uncle, Freyden's Star Song, a very famous skald from the northern continent of the Valkoran Commonwealth, about this party, apparently, where he dubbed them, or at least he referred to them in the song as Romance Dawn, and so Nafisa took that as a sign from the heavens to name the party that, with the consent of everyone involved. They then proceeded to kind of unwind from all of this. Nafisa and Aurora talked about throwing a punch and kind of life after combat kind of thing. And then that night, Aurora was visited in a dream by none other than the Archfey Ikashi, otherwise known as the Prince of Cats and Knight of the Raven Queen, who proceeded to be a big silster and bestow her with a new boon, granting her new powers over magic, and making many silly and ominous statements to her. They woke up the next morning with with Prince being reunited with Soleil and being a bunch of silsters and cuddle buddies together before he decided to peace out after getting some magic catnip. And with that, we pretty much wrapped things up from last time, and we jumped right back into the session. So it's a 6-day journey via sea to get back to Venogna. On your way back, going into day 3, where just we'll say it is 2:00 in the afternoon. Where are each of you aboard the ship at this time? I'm gonna go just around the circle. So first up, Fung, where are you aboard the ship at 2 p.m.?
She said BRB
Oh,
like
then never mind.
3 minutes ago. So
Soleil,
do we want to do?
Yeah, I think if he's just chilling for some downtime, I think he'd be topside up on the deck. probably honestly just enjoying seeing Nyx flying around. So I think he's doing some contented dog sitting.
Okay. So Soleil is dog sitting. Aurora, what are you doing?
Aurora is currently, basically, ever since she got up after that dream, has been honestly a bit more antisocial than usual. At least she has been in the past while, and is probably currently in her room. And just anytime you've gone to check on her, she's been like knee deep or like eyes deep into her notebook, writing notes on theories about magical alignments and stuff based off of her newfound a revelation, courtesy of Prince.
Gotcha. Okay. And then Nafisa.
Damn, Sully really took my dog for downtime activities. Crazy.
You can be
Also
there
do that.
too.
Mm,
It's not
no,
every day you see a flying dog.
Well, it will be every day for the rest of our lives now.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Gun emoji.
It's my emoji. Unironically, we don't have to do a whole scene, but I think Nafisa would try to befriend Captain Stormsmite a bit more. Or did I
Okay.
misspell?
So you want to be harassing her on the bridge?
I will be on the bridge trying to make conversation and her dismissing me, yes.
Yes. um, and if B is back at any point, we can interject. So with that in mind, I'm going to say Soleil, make a perception check with advantage. Nafisa, make a perception check with disadvantage.
Okie dokie.
It's a bad time to admit that I forgot to open up the Roll20.
Tisk, tisk.
I got
It's fast. I'm already
one.
in.
Okay.
With disadvantage, you said?
Yeah, just because you're distracted.
Okay. Yeah.
Still a 20.
She is perfect outside of combat.
Yeah, while you're chatting up Stormsmite, and she is, really trying to ignore you as she's doing like actual like command things on her ship. Um, and Commander Scarligan is kind of trying to, kind of usher you out of the bridge as she's doing this, but he's not doing a very good job of it because it's Nafisa and she's persistent. Um, you do kind of look out the windows in the bridge and you see something. Soleil, as you're sitting on top deck, your trusty mantis shrimp, Talon is sunbathing as he is wont to do on the top deck as well. But you see out in the water, I don't know, probably about 100 feet off of the ship, you see that there are dolphins that are playing around in the water. And Nafisa, you also see this in the distance with your dragon eyes. What do your dragon eyes see? And so you see a bunch of dolphins playing, like a whole pod of dolphins, and then you see what looks kind of like a whale breaching, or like two whales breaching, which makes it seem extra weird because that shouldn't be that close to each other. And then you see a bunch of smaller things begin breaching, and you guys recognize some very tall people in the water playing with these dolphins. They appear to be, the two larger shapes are two very large men. From what you can see out of the water, they're, I don't know, maybe you got like upper pectorals popping out of the water. They've got like this kind of light green, bluish skin, very like seawater colored skin, long kelp-like beards. There's like shells and like shiny like fish scales and like little like bits of treasures and stuff that have been woven into their beards and their hair. They've got those same kind of like bright green, blue seawater eyes. Obviously shirtless. They're probably maybe 20 feet visible out of the water from just their pecs up. And they're kind of laughing, and you see that the smaller objects are actually like three smaller versions of them. Like there's two girls and a boy, same kind of giant setup, but infinitely smaller. These ones you probably have about 5 to 10 feet out of the water visible. And they're playing with the dolphins. This appears to be a family of sea giants that are just hanging out playing with some dolphins about 100 feet off of your guys' ship. The two giant men kind of wrap their arms around each other as they just seem to be laughing and saying stuff in giant, which is Nafisa definitely can't hear it. Soleil, you can kind of hear it, but you don't understand any of it. And they just seem to be having a little family excursion out here as you guys are sailing past.
Let's go, gay giant. I think seeing that this is something that even Soleil has never seen before, and so he would very excitedly go and try to grab Nafisa so she could take a picture.
Oh, she's already doing it from the bridge.
Yeah,
Don't you worry.
good.
Bird's eye view. Just fucking. Oh. And like, I imagine like any of the crew that was trying to get her off is just like, we can't stop her now. She's taking a photo. That's wrong, right?
Yeah, a lot of the crew kind of also like takes off headphones and stuff and starts moving to the windows to look out at it, because this is apparently, just from context, not a common thing to see. So there is, I don't know, probably a couple minutes. Even Captain Stormsmite and Commander Scarligan are looking out the window and stuff at this. But you got probably a couple minutes. Soleil is, in that time, Soleil, you run up to the bridge and you see everybody kind of looking out the window. What do you do?
I think he would just go over to Nafisa, see she's already got the camera out, and just, oh, you're way ahead of me then. I want to let you know.
I took some photos to give them, Soleil.
It's really fucking cool.
It's solid. Is this normal, Captain Stormsmite?
You see Stormsmite kind of staring. She seems like everyone else is like kind of like, oh man, this is so fucking cool. She seems much more wary of this. But she seems to get kind of snapped out of a concerned reverie. She goes, back to your stations! You all have jobs to do! And all the sailors kind of go, oh shit, yeah, that's stuff. They start, rushing away from the window. And she looks up at Nafisa and goes, this is highly unusual. They usually do not come so close to the vessels for safety concerns, but it seems that they know something that I do not know about why they feel that this is a safe enough ship for them to be in such proximity to you.
Well, I mean, we're a pretty safe crew, but we could ask them.
I worry that if we get too close, they're just gonna they'll flee.
We could like magic speak, Like I'm sure like Aurora or the Fung have a way to speak really loud across really large distances, yeah?
I couldn't say. I don't know for sure.
Nix could also just fly by and give them these photos I took. I mean, I'll keep one for the scrapbook, but it'd be kind of weird to just keep the rest,
Definitely a possibility. I mean, if you think Nyx won't get too distracted by the pot of dolphins.
Oh, no. She's very, very focused, and she won't go too far from the ship for too long, so she's scared about falling in again.
Are you proposing to give these giants big shells?
Yeah, I mean, I took photos of them, like I was taking photos of the whole crew and stuff.
Roll an insight check, Soleil and Nafisa.
5. They seem like good people.
I clicked it, but it's not loading. Let me try again. Oh, there. Oh, so that was a nat 1.
Got no clue.
You guys cannot discern the expression that Captain Stormsmite is giving you. Soleil thinks it's a profound encouragement. And she just goes, you realize that they live in the ocean, correct?
No, actually, I've never seen people like this before.
They are sea giants.
Well, we could just drop it on the.
I would assume so. Yeah, they're in the water.
You are going to
Oh.
give pictures to the people that live in the water.
Wouldn't it be like? I mean, the photos. I've never, I mean, he's like confused.
We don't have the brain cell right now.
Wait, are there like lots of places? Can you visit places underwater?
It is possible, but I do not have such capabilities. It is.
But if we, sorry, go ahead.
I was like,
Oh, I think I understand the problem here. So they're sea giants, right? So if
correct.
you go and give them the picture, it's going to be way too small for them to see because the picture's so tiny. You got to get them like a big picture.
Soleil,
Oh,
you feel that Captain Stormsmite is 100% agreeing with that statement. That was clearly what she's trying to imply in this conversation.
okay. So Captain Stormsmite, if we get the things you need to go underwater, one day we could go underwater to like, are underwater cities real?
Of course, they're underwater cities.
Oh,
They are
I
not
thought my
in
mama
the,
made those up.
they are not in the Federation, for example, but I know in Sierra Card they have the underwater cities, as well as in, and she kind of scowls, it says, Intrados.
Oh. Okay, so I'm going to make a note of the like she'll like look over the navigator's shoulder at the map or the coordinates, and then just
Yeah.
note them down in her journal next to the photos.
You are in the
Okay,
middle of the ocean. Those are the coordinates.
don't latitude, longitude out here. No
Yeah.
fucking
Oh, I
25.724.
didn't realize Nafisa needed like a fucking grid coordinate. I didn't know she
Nafisa
was
knows
trained in that
latitude,
kind of
longitude.
survival.
She learned every important survival skill, and that includes reading numbers off a map.
How to do
Okay.
nautical navigation in her landlocked mountain.
Okay,
I
no,
mean, you can
that's
still
She had
read
an
a map that
extensive
has
education
latitude,
from Jacob.
longitude for land.
I will just note that on our travel from point
Yeah.
A to point B here, that around here we have a photo of these two giants, and then when we, because eventually we'll do a job that'll let us go underwater, we can go look for them, and then I can give them the photo.
Yeah, and then we can get you one of them giant cameras.
Oh, that would be very lovely. I could fit so many people in the photo then.
If only you guys had rolled better on your insight. Stormslight is. Ooh.
She's going on a faith journey.
She is getting paid to do this job.
Getting paid very well.
She looks like she's about to say something when Commander Scarligan kind of chimes in and goes, we appreciate your suggestions, Miss Nafisa, but I think it probably would be better if you leave the bridge to go attend to perhaps taking more closer photos of the giants.
Oh, you're right, but before I do, and then she'll take one candid shot of the bridge, and it looks like a really shitty, like, middle of the night candid shot where, like, the lighting is all fucked up from the flash, and then she'll just hand it to Captain Stormsmite. I know I've given you a bunch, but this one with the giants in the back is pretty nice.
Nafisa recognizes just from time with Jacob and stuff that there is a prayer of patience to the Tetrarchy, which is being muttered by Captain Stormsmite as she closes her eyes and then takes the photo from you and hands it to the commander. It has been noted, Miss Nafisa. Now, if you will, I believe that you have important things to take care of outside of the bridge.
Thank you, Captain Stormsmite. Come on, Soleil.
You will promptly follow.
As you guys leave the bridge, you hear the door close behind you and a locking sound. But yeah, that's what happens as you guys, you're moving at a quick clip. You are a big ass fucking steam destroyer kind of thing, or so you cruise past pretty quickly since they're just kind of statically sitting there playing around in the water. This is a quick aside since that vignette is over. At 2 p.m. in the afternoon, what is Fung doing on the ship?
Well, I just to be sure, we haven't heard anything about the ball yet, right?
Not
Okay.
even, not even a little bit.
Okay, good. Then that means I don't have to worry about just crunching that out. You know what? Let's see if she can try to do a little bit of practice playing characters. I think she's got it in her head that after helping talk down the encounters, like, well, maybe this kind of useless focal point of my college experience might not actually be as useless in the quote unquote real world as I was led to believe. And she'd probably start with friends and then eventually work up to the crew.
So you're practicing characters. You do, as you're practicing, you hear all the commotion about the giants outside of the ship. But after after a few minutes, you guys are far enough away from them that it kind of fades away, and what are 3 characters that you're practicing? I'm just out of curiosity in your idle time.
I think that having the unassuming, invisible work staff is a good one. So I think she's planning to have Miss Frace from the Dragon Job, I guess, as one of the roles.
Yep.
The ruthless criminal that was involved with threatening to strangle a woman to death, I think is definitely worth holding on to. And for the third, let's go for a sort of swashbuckling kind of rakish rogue of a sort.
Yep.
Do something vaguely romantical.
Okay. Yeah, you practice these in your idle time, and the make a performance check for me right now. A baseline performance check. Get a vibe of how well you're doing.
It's a 26.
Not bad. You feel like you're getting a very good handle as to these personas. All out attack. So yeah, so that's that. The rest of the day goes by pretty uneventfully for everybody after the seeing of the giants. Other than that, that's a lot of ocean. Still more ocean. If you've ever been on an extended boat ride, you definitely reach a point where it's just, yep, that's a lot more ocean continuing into the indefinite future. The next day will happen unless anything else anybody wants to do. The next day will place you at about 2 days from Venogna itself. And
Nothing specific, but just at some point, we don't have to play this out, but at some point, Soleil is going to want to check in on Aurora and see what she's working on making sure she's eating, and then let her info dump on him as he nods politely.
Excellent. Aurora.
I think that. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, Aurora, do you info dump accordingly?
Absolutely.
Okay. B, what were you gonna say?
I think that after being kind of uncertain about whether something did or didn't happen, I think Fong is going to just confirm with Nafisa, hey, when I said that I was willing to sacrifice myself should the need be, was that a conversation we had for sure?
Yeah, we talked about it, and I think I told you. No, I know I told you that that's not a good thing to think, Fang. No one should have to sacrifice themselves.
All right. After the business with the Queen's tithing and then the Hellions' influence mucking about with it, I had to make sure that that at least was as I remembered.
Even if you forgot, I will always remind you, Fang. And she'll like kneel down and put her hand on her shoulder.
Let me just quickly make a saving throw. What's your hotness DC?
My charisma's a 10. So it's I don't know how much the abs add to that. Let me just roll strength, I guess. Shit.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
It's a 23.
So
She
strong.
eventually manages to tear her eyes away from like the elegant engineering of Nafisa's second puberty and does that long enough to say, thank you. I greatly appreciate that. If I cannot be certain of myself, I can, at the very least, be certain of you.
Always, Fang. Always.
Also, do you need more clothing now, or
I was kind of unsure of it after my sister gave it to me. I kind of debated either smacking her with my axe, or with my Giselle, but I don't know. It kind of suits me. Guess she was right. Plus, I can move around a lot more freely in this than my old outfit. And she'll do a stretch.
yes, many parts of you have much more aired out mobility. That is correct.
Y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I don't know what to tell you. I have to catch up. I have to catch up if I'm gonna stick with the party polycule plan.
um,
The end goal is in sight.
but yeah, that's with that in mind. The the day continues along, and Nyx is out flapping her wings. She's getting more used to flying and stuff around the ship. And as Nyx is flying about, this is a new day. Where is everyone aboard the ship? Fog, where are you aboard the ship? At 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
I think that Feng is seeing if she has any sort of aptitude for whittling. She's seen a lot of scrimshaw around and has been kind of interested in that.
Do you have proficiency in woodcarver's tools, or I guess
Uh,
Grimshaw
I
tools of some sort?
I do not.
Okay, they just make a. I'm gonna make a odd or even.
Let's do odd.
Easy. So it's going to be a dexterity based
Okay.
no, without proficiency bonus, obviously.
All right. 16.
Not bad, not bad. We'll get back to that. Soleil, where are you at 5 o'clock in the afternoon?
5 o'clock, I think he'd be starting to wind down, after having his ear chatted off by Aurora's magic painting theories. I think he would, enjoy some of his own for a little bit, and probably, engage in his, uh, calming ritual of doing his own calligraphy painting.
Okay. So you're drawing. Aurora, what are you doing?
She's probably gotten to the point that she has basically not left her room in like a solid 2 days. And just kind of peeks her head out a little bit. And like notices that a lot of the fur that she normally keeps trimmed is not currently trimmed. She's not wearing any makeup right now. She is just au naturel, as much more so than anyone has probably ever seen her. And so probably just going to sneak over to the restroom, go ahead and do like a quick freshen up ritual, grab some food and bring it back to her room, hoping that nobody sees her along the way.
What you're telling me is Aurora is in fact canonically stinky.
Yes, she is probably a little stinky right now.
The
We can
girls
have that
stink.
be real.
Girls stink. Girls stink. Okay, so we got
Girl who
stinky
stink
Aurora.
good?
Her
Girl
I would
smell.
say I see your note in that her pink is natural. The rainbow is the dye.
Oh,
So
um, okay, and then Nafisa, your doggo's flying. What are you doing?
We had a pretty exciting day with the captain and the giants. I think
This would be
I
the next
will.
day. This is the
Oh,
day
yeah, I know.
after.
Maybe I don't really see anything, so I'm going to make a makeshift lounging area out of some boxes and watch Nyx.
Okay.
And just zone out. It is nice to have a zone out day.
All right. As you are zoning out, please make a perception check.
Oh no. It's a 19.
Okay. First of all, what are you trying to whittle, Bug?
um, let's say a whistle.
Okay. It's rough, you know, but with a 16, you probably got like a very basic ass whistle shape. You know, you did a damn good job considering you've never tried this before, really. For a
Mm.
metal worker playing with wood, you did a really good job.
I give it a little toot.
uh, you feel like you get a little whistling in through it. It's not the smoothest or most consistent sound, but it is some whistlage.
Progress. I will take this.
Um, Nafisa, you see, you know, your little Nyx flying around, her little shadow up above you, um, and be it a little silly dragon lady, you know, flying about. You know, it's 5 p.m. You know, it's still, you know, it's approximately uh, September. You know, it's doing okay. Then you notice, like, it gets, it just got really dark all of a sudden, like really dark. Um, Maybe there's like a storm cloud or something up above, but you know, it's you know, as you look up past Nyx, you see that the sky has darkened in every direction going above your ship. Make a nature or survival check.
Okay. I should be good at survival. That is a natural 20.
A nat 20. You love to see Nafisa always coming in hot on the least important rolls.
It's
Um,
integral.
Nafisa, you know, as you see this massive shadow, you see that it is it's not that it's gotten like a storm cloud, it's that there is a shape that is blocking out a significant amount of the sun, going in every direction around this ship right now. And as you're discerning it, you notice that, like, you know what Nyx looks like. This is an enormous, colossal sized, vaguely Nyx shape. This is, in fact, an incredibly large dragon that is flying above this ship right now. So much so that it blocks out the sun in every direction from your destroyer, dwarfing it underneath it. And with a nat 20 specifically, you recognize the coloration of this dragon. This is one of your bosses.
Oh, which one is it? Is it Stella or Celeste?
It's
Can I
Celeste.
tell from the?
It's Lady Celeste. You notice the dark purple near black scales flying above you. And yeah, this thing has to be hundreds of like feet long and probably like 200 feet wide wingspan. As she is flying, maybe 100, 200 feet above the ship right now. What do you do? Many sailors who are also hanging out top deck kind of stare up in disbelief as they see this.
Nafisa is just going to raise her hands and start shouting. It was Celeste, right?
Yeah.
Lady Celeste, hi. And like, I'm assuming Nyx is respecting that distance to her, right?
Yeah. Nyx is still getting used to flying. She would not fly 200 feet straight up into the sky regardless right now. But Nyx definitely, this is the first time you've seen a dragon this big ever. And Nyx is definitely a bit intimidated by it, and she will fly down to go like curl next to you. Despite the fact that, Lady Celeste is not activating her Draconic Presence ability, it is just incredibly intimidating to see such an enormous creature. And this also gives you the scale of, at this point, she is probably about the same size as the the skull that you got of the Onyx dragon that she was a mate to previously. That is probably an accurate skull size to what she is right now at 800 years old. So you got a context for how truly big that Onyx dragon was when it wasn't just a skeleton.
I've got to say, Nafisa would absolutely like take a photo of this if she could.
Continues, Nafisa.
She would continue waving and shouting, like expecting Lady Celeste to come land in human form. But I always get these wrong offs.
I've been getting them right, but it's never been for a good reason.
Give me even Stevens.
So yeah, you recognize her, everything. I would say with the nat 20 on survival, you're a dragonborn. Your culture is very closely intertwined with draconic culture. Based on your own cultural context, she is very likely this is a part of what she considers her draconic domain. The dragons, people did not build country borders to align with how dragons view territory that is rightfully theirs. So it gets really messy when you try to cross-section the two things. So likely, this is 2 days outside of Venogna, and this is likely still territory that she considers to belong to her. And so, much like with any other predator, she's literally like patrolling her territory. And for whatever reason, she's doing it in her draconic form. You don't know particularly why that might be the case, just because it's an entirely there's a very human dimension as to why that's the case that Nafisa just wouldn't know. But she is in fact flying in her draconic form hundreds of miles off the coast of the UFAS, just patrolling her territory, which also for Nafisa is a very she's a ranger, she's used to very primal environments and ecosystems. It's almost kind of fascinating how animalistic that trait is for something as old, sophisticated, and powerful as Lady Celeste from your experiences interacting with her, and she's still patrolling it like she's one of the scaled lions of the steppes outside of your mountain, where the Rhea tribe and stuff, patrol with their horses and everything. So it's just a very interesting cross section of an incredibly basic animal trait with something so large, so dangerous, and so intelligent.
It feels natural. It's good. I will have to. If she's not coming by, Nafisa's definitely making a mental note to because they're gonna see the ladies again after they land. I'm presuming she's gonna ask about it.
Gotcha. But yeah, she apparently, if she does notice you, she is not choosing to go interact with the ship itself. But yeah, and, while this is all happening, eventually an officer will start, being like, "Yay, snap to it, lads! That's our employer there. Don't sit there gawking the whole time. She doesn't pay you to stare at her." And the sailors kind of go, "Yes, sir." They go back to doing their basic work. But everybody, even the officer, looks up as he's trying to get people back into discipline. So this apparently isn't a unknown thing, but it is still an impressive thing. And it's something that only Nafisa out of the players got to see.
And a really bad photograph, because taking a picture of a giant flying creature directly above you, lighting ain't so good, but the part you can see later.
Yeah, it's basically you get the outline of her because the light is shining down, and then you get just the black outline of her body. But you also can't get her full form in just one photo from directly below her. But yeah, that's just a little silly vignette. So with that in mind, God damn it, Varys. With that in mind, the rest of the trip will go by uneventfully as you get closer to Venogna itself. You recognize the massive urban hellscape in the distance, the layer of smog and pollution that kind of begins to consume the sky, that particular smell of rotting fish and diesel fuel mixing together with just ambient pollution, the particular aroma of Venogna. And as you guys are getting closer to port, is there anything you guys want to do?
I just as a kind of bit of extra characterization, since Aurora's been, holed up all week. She's probably gonna come out, see the fog, see the smog, be like, "Dang, we're here a few days early, aren't we?" Knowing that player knowing that they're not, but she just lost track of time that badly.
I mean, I feel like we were pretty on schedule. I mean, the captain runs a tight ship. I don't think it's that tight.
I mean, that was only what, 3 days?
No, it was not.
Oh,
Aurora, how long have you been sleeping? All right.
I mean, a few hours every so often.
All right. First order of business once we get settled in is you go to sleep.
But I mean, don't we gotta go see our employers or something?
Mm-hmm. And after that, you are going to take a well-deserved nap.
I guess I had a few things I wanted to see, but we'll get to them later.
They'll still be there after you wake up.
Pouts up at you, but she's got like a bags under her eyes.
Eepy sheepy.
Mm.
Excellent. Fung and Nafisa, is there anything you want to do as you pull up to the harbor?
I think I want to say something to Captain Stormsmite as we leave,
Yep.
if that's what's happening right now.
Well, this is before you actually dock.
Yeah.
I will
No,
note that you want to say something to her before you actually get off the ship.
Yeah, then Nafisa's just gonna pack her stuff up and also make sure that Nyx is ready to go. She doesn't know how to shrink herself, so it's going to be a little tough.
Nyx does, you see Nyx really grunting and stuff.
Nyx, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We're not on the poop deck. You should like be careful, okay?
I'm trying to get small again.
You'll figure it out, Nyx. If you can get this big, you can get small when you are ready, okay? For now, you can just enjoy yourself, you know? And if we can't go into certain buildings, then I'll wait outside with you, okay? Or we'll break into the building together.
Okay. You'll say so.
Mm-hmm. She'll just pet Nyx and try to calm her down.
I think that Zhao Hong is I think he's being fussy. I've got to make sure that he's presentable. You know, I've got to have his best collar on, make sure that the fur is relatively tidy and neat. And
he definitely expects this of you. As you try to work, he will plop himself. He'll like fly over wherever you try to like do some tools and stuff to make sure he is purely visible to you for you to start working on him.
excellent. Other than that, I think that she's probably up on the deck, and I think she probably also notices, Aurora is a little out of it looking.
She probably gets her stuff together and then just immediately goes back into her notebook and is working on stuff outside.
And what is, if I may, what is that you're working on? It must have taken you quite some time. I do not believe I've seen you most of this trip.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been in my room for how many days has it been? I think Soleil said it was like 6 or 7. So, yeah, no, this I've just been working on my notes for my theories of, well, it's color theory, but it's also magic theory, and it kind of coincides with itself. And she just very much just delves like, oh, she opens up her notebook and you can see inside of them are a bunch of like runic scribbles that essentially are all stuff that you've probably never seen before. And she just goes through each of them saying just like, this is the one that manifests fire, this is the one that manifests lightning. It's sort of a bit of a combination of the other two. And just kind of goes through each of them of like showing essentially the alchemical makeup of magic via the weave, and explains this is what she's been working on, trying to connect all the dots to make it make as much sense as possible.
Aurora, this is fascinating.
I know,
This is how you see the world around you?
you can see she pauses for a second and looks up at you a little like confused for a moment, like, yeah, No, that's exactly it. I'm just not used to people getting it.
Oh,
That's
I do not usually see it, but I think I hear things in a similar way. Magic has frequency. It
well,
can be both light and sound.
she'll point to your arm, the one that's like mechanical. Says, I can see some of that energy flowing through there, whether it's the nerves connecting or the electricity needed to make it move. It's always moving.
Fascinating. I will have to pick your brains about this. Once
Oh,
again, you surprise me and set my expectations of your intellect ever higher.
I mean, it's nothing too special, I don't think. Uh, It's just kind of my own chart for myself, really. I'm trying to finish it so I can understand things better.
That is the basis of science as much as magic, and in this I certainly understand. It's a form of unifying. You're able to make more sense of the world, yes?
Yeah, I think that's about it. She points at your arm and then says, see the electricity currents that are connecting and moving to keep your arm as light as it needs to be. And then she points down to her notebook. The symbol for that one is these four lines. They sort of look like four small lightning bolts. They're just constantly moving up and down. So that's the that's the energy of the weave carrying it through.
That's delightful. I
Uh,
cannot wait to I cannot wait to hear what else looks so fascinating.
Do my best. I've never met anyone that sees the world like I do, so this is why I want to make it. I want to make this. So that way, I don't know. I guess I can be understood in that way a little bit more.
Of course, it is frustrating having parts of your mind not function as you would like to in order to understand and to be understood so easily.
And she looks up at you and kind of stands up and just looks a little sad. It's like, I mean, I don't think it's wrong or bad the way some people are wired. It's just different.
Yes,
Don't
there's a
beat
little
yourself up.
smile that plays at her lips.
Beat yourself up for being different. Okay?
I will endeavor to do so,
Now, you won't
even though
endeavor to do so, you will do so.
oh, but if I do so with such consistency, however would I get such wonderful reminders as well?
I mean, I think if you just stick around with us, that'll that'll be it, right? I mean, you're very talented yourself. And that's not just me coming up with that just because I feel like I need to compliment you in this situation.
Uh, I I do
Hey,
appreciate that.
you're very welcome. I'll come here. She gives you a hug.
I think she's a little surprised by that, but reciprocates.
You're gonna be okay. Though you can't see it, you can tell that Aurora's telling herself that just as much as she is you.
As a button on the scene, is a 10 enough to smell what
No, she's
Aurora
clean at
has
this
done?
point. She's clean at...
Okay, good.
She canonically bathed.
I had to make sure.
She just looks tired, is how it is.
So, yeah, with that, you guys pull into the dock. You guys have heard talk amongst the crew that Federation Day is coming up. And they're all very excited for shore leave once you guys land at Venogna, because in about 3 days, it's going to be Federation Day, which is essentially like the 4th of July of the United Federation of Allied States. It's the biggest holiday throughout the entire coalition of nations. It celebrates when the original Federation Alliance Treaty was signed during or shortly before the Great Liberation War amongst the original treaty signers of Leon, Umbria, and Ora Kamar, which then later grew to include Tyrol, and then after the war, eventually the Eisenstadt, Avalon, and Castile. So it is like the big holiday celebrating the unity of the different nations, freedom, equality, and the inevitable liberation that all people will have when unified under a right cause. So it is a huge holiday in the UFAS, and Fung knows that because she is a UFAS citizen. She grew up here. It's not celebrated quite as enthusiastically in Avalon after the whole like dragon blowing up one of their cities part of it, but it's still like a big holiday. So you know that the crew are really excited to get a chance to party and stuff in Venogna. So you guys just hear talk about that as the ship is moving into the harbor. And once you weigh anchor and pull up, Nafisa, you can say your parting words to Captain Stormsmite.
Oh, Captain, I hope the photos I took were nice. I know you have some family to show them to eventually. Hopefully.
It is appreciated, Miss Nafisa. I will show them to my partners, and I am sure they will have thoughts.
I hope they have plenty of good thoughts. You are a very lovely subject. Bye-bye, Captain Stormspite.
She just kind of nods to you. She's not gonna like smile or anything. That's not her style, but she gives you a nod.
We're gonna make this crew a found family on God.
Yeah. And the officers start giving a safety brief to the various sailors before they can disembark, but you guys are free to get off. And as you get into the harbor, it's just like the other times you've been in this harbor. It's stinky, it's dirty. There's a lot more like people setting up decorations and stuff here. Lots of like UFAS flags are going up. You see the UFAS flag, it's a black background with 7 blue stars around around a single large blue star. It's to symbolize the 7 member nations of the UFAS, and then the center one is the unified nature of the country as a whole. It's blue, of course, because that is the sacred color of the Tetrarchy. So you guys see all these flags coming up. People are selling UFAS t-shirts and everything. As you move from the docks into the Lower Spire area, you see lots of people are setting up stands. There looks to be like stages that are being set up and stuff. You see like various like priests and priestesses of the Tetrarchy are like taking like presumably orphans and stuff out to get like some little treats and stuff. And you see like there's stands and like areas of the city which are, you are in Venogna. You are in one of the 7 great cities of the Confederatio Umbria, one of the member nations of the UFAS. However, you notice that there's a lot of, people setting up like stands and booths and stuff for other countries in the UFAS. Like, you'll see like an Eisenstadt like booth, like, that is probably going to be selling like schnitzel and stuff. And you see like an Avalonian one or a Leonese one, etc. So it looks like all the like various populations that have settled in Venogna are also bringing their own culture to the festivities here in the city. And everyone's just real hype right now. Like, this is something that Aurora has seen several times in her time, especially in the original core UFAS members, is that this holiday is very huge and very hype and kind of annoying for somebody who's not federal.
Leon's especially.
Yep, especially an Eryxian. You do see some Eryxian boots and stuff, apparently, which fills you with feelings.
That's got to be a very weird feeling.
Yes. It's been a while since the war ended, and generally people who are here are probably people who fled Eryxia and don't have any love lost for the old arcane conclave, so they probably are also celebrating the liberation. So yeah, so you're going through just this very much spirit of celebration and patriotism bordering on nationalism as you guys are walking through the streets.
Shoot, what's all the hubbub about?
It's a Federation Day, as they call it.
I mean, everyone looks pretty excited, but you don't seem to be.
No, I don't really like it when colonizers celebrate their victories.
Just kind of scratches his head.
Well, it's like colonization is bad.
Yes, very. But it is one of the more socially acceptable evils, unfortunately. At least when you ask the colonizers.
I mean, if I can give it one thing, the food is good. But, I mean, you won't find me jumping down the streets celebrating the UFAS here. So maybe I should be quiet about that.
No, I think there are people who share the same thought. I mean, UFAS advertises freedom of speech, yeah?
Right.
Anyways, you might not, I don't want to approve of colonialism, but
You can go.
no, we should get. You said good food. I want to know what good food tastes like. I don't want to know what it is.
Fair enough.
Also, just a comment for Fug, since all the talk of colonialism, like this holiday is the big patriotic, nationalistic, hoorah kind of thing. Technically, the more colonialist holiday is Liberation Day, which celebrates the victory over the Imperial League in the Great Liberation Wars. That's much more of like the much more militaristic aspect of the Federation policy towards other countries.
I hate to see Liberal Day.
Soleil's just kind of watching all of the excitement of the setup and everything. If you could see his face, dude looks so torn because he loves a party, he loves a good time, but not if his friends don't want him to.
I mean, you guys can go have fun. Like, seriously, go eat some good food. It's not like it changes anything. I have some feelings.
Well, yeah, if it upsets you, then I mean, we don't have to go.
No,
We could maybe take a funnel cake to go.
A what?
You can
I don't
get
know what
funnel
it
cake to
is.
go.
Yeah, I promise you, Aurora, like we could, it's okay to have like a little bit of fun, and then when we see colonialism, we'll beat it up.
You're gonna beat up colonialism.
When we see colonialism, we'll beat it up.
Oh, you see
Oh my God.
Omega about to
Happy-
say something and then just promptly close their mouth.
Happy IRL
I was
Indigenous Peoples
just
Day,
about
everyone.
to say that. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
Yes, happy Indigenous Peoples Day. It was purely coincidental. Purely coincidental.
You can go have your funnel cake. You could, please. Seriously, it's not a problem
Can we
to
get funnel
support.
cake other days?
I mean, it's probably not sold as much other days.
Well, then we'll just
And
buy it other days.
no, I'm being a party pooper. The thing
You are
is,
not being a party pooper.
no, I'm being a party pooper.
There's no bathroom here.
You left the poop
That's
deck
not.
behind.
That's not. Hey, let me finish the thought. It's not wrong to support local businesses that are doing what they need to make ends meet. It's just the concept I don't like.
It sounds like there's a lot of like more layers here to you. I think I
mean,
should just eat funnel cake. I think we should eat funnel cake and cookie buckets now, and then beat up colonialism later.
That sounds perfect. I've lived in this country for 5 years, 6 years, lost count. Yeah, so it's not like I'm not participating.
Would
Just-
one of these help? And Feng holds up a little pinned together loop of black fabric that could fit around an arm.
I mean, I suppose.
She gives you the funeral armband, the mourning armband.
What does this mean?
It is a color you wear when you are mourning something.
Oh, I mean, I don't really want people to think that I'm in mourning.
You also, as you're sitting there holding the black armband, you see that there is a big UFAS flag behind Aurora, which has a black background with the blue stars on it, and you feel like maybe it's not going to be as clear of a message as you might have thought at first, Fung.
Oh, but Slay, Nafisa, Funk, you guys go get your funnel cake. Go get your hot dogs and all that you want.
Okay.
We can bring some back for you, yeah?
How are we going to bring unlimited milk back?
Unlimited milk?
There's a stand there.
They sell unlimited milk?
Out of character, I'm just making stuff up from what I've seen at state fairs. If any of this isn't okay, I'll just ask you over that.
What is unlimited milk?
Yeah,
I've been to state fairs before. That's
I
the
need
most
to look this
nonsense
up.
thing I've ever heard.
I'm gonna put this in the Discord chat, but the Minnesota State Fair, there is a $2 all-you-can-drink milk stand.
Oh my God.
Where
A bunch
there
of
is an
fucking
apparatus.
savages.
An unlimited milk works.
How disgusting! Walking around a state fair just chugging milk all day.
Yeah.
You go back for refills.
It's so hot though. Why would you
Yeah.
want that?
No. It makes perfect sense because then you get the deep fried Oreos and you dunk it in the milk.
That's so
Oh my
gross.
God.
Actually, I'll come with you, but if I'm gonna get one thing here, I want it to be a deep fried chocolate cookie with cream filling.
That sounds very decadent, yes.
She looks back at Omega. You ain't gonna stop me from eating something that gross.
We have already acknowledged trying to preserve your health is a futile endeavor. What you
Damn
do
right.
at this point is at your own detriment, and we have accepted that.
You should try one. They're delicious.
We do not truly taste anything. We have established this before.
Hmm.
Would you like me to make another one of the bad boys for you?
We do not believe that will be necessary.
I'm making an insight roll on that. 9.
They are a serious robot.
Hmm.
So do you guys go wandering around for carnival snacks?
Yeah, we don't have to do a whole RP thing, Obs, if you don't like want us to.
No, I
but
just
like,
want to get the understanding if that's what you're doing.
Yeah. Give me the cookie bucket.
All right, yeah, you can for like if you want funnel cake, there is an Eisenstadt like stand which is selling funnel cake, your deep fried dough and stuff with sugar and cinnamon and stuff on it. And if you want sausages and stuff like a hot dog, they also sell that there. For like cookies, it's actually for deep fried cookies, it's much more of a fusion thing. Where it's like a style of like Leonese, like decadent chocolate chip cookies that are then very much a fused with Eisenstadt deep frying to create the ungodly cholesterol abomination that is that carnival food. When you're in the lower spire areas, it's a lot of like fried food, very fatty meats and stuff. Presumably, if you worked your way farther up, it probably would get a bit more refined for the national like foods. But you also get some like cheap Leonese and Umbrian wine here. Some Eisenstadt beer, some Ora Calmarin mead. Avalon. You get Avalon has all kinds of like weird mixes because their long history of fake connections means they find really eccentric combinations of other things to try. So you get like this weird kind of like mead slash like Pinot Noir mix, which shouldn't work, but for whatever reason, it's actually kind of good. It's like a honeyed Pinot Noir. So lots of weird booze, lots of fried foods and meats and stuff down here in the Lower Spire.
Soleil is happily eating his fill, just like eating his way through through the streets.
Is this like those revelries you talked about, Soleil?
The first half of them, anyway.
Ooh.
And as you guys are wandering around, at one point, a young, human male child approaches you guys and holds up a piece of paper for you. Looking at the four of you, it is going to hold it up to Fung. Hello, miss. I was told to give you this.
I see. I look at the outside of the folded up paper first. Is there any kind of like mark or seal or?
It says, "To whom it may concern."
Oh God.
May I inquire as to who sent this, my good man?
I don't know. A guy approached me and he paid me 5 Fed creds to give it to you.
I can pay you double that if you can tell me what he looked like.
And we'll toss in a funnel cake.
Sure. I'll take that. He was a big, like really big, kind of points at Soleil, kind of like that big guy. He had a lot of tattoos. And he was wearing like some armor, and he had like this big gun on his shoulder, and he had a scar across his lip over here, and this kid is like providing you this description, which is very much like it seems to be a very large, maybe like a Goliath or something, like thug person.
Like as he's describing it, I'm just got a piece of paper out and I'm using magical tinkering to do like the equivalent of a police forensic sketch from the description. By the time that he's finished, does it look like anyone we may know to
No,
any
this
of
is
us?
nobody you guys have met before.
All right, well, once confirming with the kid, uh, pay him the 10 credits and uh, offer the funnel cake and uh, Nafisa, would you mind taking a photo of this face just in case it ends up important?
And just snaps it. Goes in the scrapbook.
All right, and let's pop open this telegram or
Yeah, it's a typed message from like a typewriter, and it's addressed to it says, you know, to Aurora, Soleil, Nafisa, and Fengtian Wong. Um, please meet us at the Voltare Uccello bar today, which is, you know, interesting because you guys just got into the harbor. Today at earliest convenience.
And wait, who
Or-
was this addressed to? Sorry.
You guys, literally you guys.
Oh, all of us. Okay, sorry.
Except it, you know, the only difference is it doesn't use Soleil's full name for whatever reason, but it did use Feng's full name. And it says, you know, exciting business opportunity. You'll know it when you see it, and that's all that it says. Voltare Uccello is the flying bird, is the name of the bar, essentially. Voltare Uccello.
I am a little skeptical after the last time we gathered in a bar led to us being trapped in a storybook.
Yeah, but it all worked out in the end, didn't it?
That's a word for it.
Suppose. Well, this is rather suspicious. Either they have set this up at very short notice, or they knew when we would be coming in and prepared. And it mentions we, curiously enough. There's a group.
Should we go there first, or should we go back to the ladies, or?
Well, just said today, right? I mean,
at earliest convenience, yes.
Earliest convenience is a bit different.
well, we should probably check in with the folks who actually, you know, pay us first, and then I figure we check out this hella sketchy note.
Very well.
Damn it, I'm not gonna get to. Alright.
What was that?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get to nap, alright.
Oh, you can certainly nap. We'll,
I can carry you if you're tired.
yes.
No, it's fine. We gotta do what we gotta do.
I can make a sleeping bag of holding, if you wish.
I don't think I want to go into any sort of extra dimensional space to sleep.
That is fair.
Sounds horrifying.
So, are you guys choosing to not go to Voltaire Uccello now? You're going to go to the Dragon Place first?
We're gonna go see Ladies Celeste and Stella first, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely making a note just to check with them, like, hey, do you recognize this weirdo that sent a secret message to us?
Okay. Yeah, so you guys head from the lower spire up to the middle spire. here, this is largely a lot of the universities and companies and stuff. So here you see much more of like refined cultural food and exhibits and stuff being set up. Um, and in the middle spire area is also where you begin to see there's a lot more exhibits of things like from presumably the local goblinoid clans that live in Venogna and stuff have their own community stands and stuff there, serving goblinoid Venonian fusion food and stuff. And then finally you get up to the upper spires where everything is super fancy, and up here everything is there's still the Federation Day flags and everything, but there's also a lot of things showing pictures of the Dogessa, the most serene Dogessa of Venogna, Aria Ricci. This like just beautiful pictures and posters of this harpy woman, looking very elegant and stuff, and it's the posters say celebrating 30 years of her gift, her life being given to this world, kind of thing, and to the city, which seems to somewhat eclipse the Federation Day itself celebration stuff up here. But you take the divergence to go to the Montagna di Drago, to go to the Dragon Mom's house. And there, you see the gate guards. They've now met you guys many times at this point. So they don't even bother doing the normal check-in stuff. They just immediately let you guys in. And a kobold will promptly appear and escort you guys to go see Xelik.
Thank you.
As you weave through the mansion, you go to Xelik's little office, where she is reviewing some reports and stuff, and she'll look up the little kobold self at you guys. Oh, you've returned. Welcome.
Hi Xelik, it's good to see you again. We brought some stuff from the state, from the little fair outside. If you want any.
She kind of looks at it, goes, it's a little too rich for my tastes, but I'm sure the staff will enjoy it.
Okay. We should tell you about everything we did right while we were traveling. Yes.
That would be appreciated. I did receive some communications from Captain Starmsmite, of course, but I'm sure that you can understand, obviously, the full extent of it was not provided over radio channels. So if you could please provide greater detail, it would give me an understanding of what you may have learned in your initial foray.
Right. Okay, let's start, and I will begin to recap everything from our initial travels into the red-lidded city, to meeting Charit, to dealing with the house fire crisis that turned out to be capitalism, to us going further north, to us meeting Wisteria and Linsu and sealing the rift there while Omega collected their data, to us returning back to the red lit city and then getting jumped by the red wolves, and informing them. I'm sure Xelik probably already knows that we're on a bunch of hit lists, but better to be safe than sorry and all that. Yep.
Yeah, right.
And she will be showing photos from the scrapbook the whole time to really make sure Xelik gets everything.
Xelik, throughout the story, experiences quite the emotional roller coaster hearing about all of it. She kind of, once it comes to the very end, goes, oh. That is eventful. To go back a moment, there's a lot of things to address about this. But for what you were saying, the reaction that Omega had, she will go over and grab a book out of one of her bookshelves, and she gets on a little ladder to go up to one of the third shelf up because she's very small, and picks out a book and comes down the ladder and puts it down. And she opens it up to this page where it's like a mineralogy book, and now that you're looking at it, is it's color, like color, like drawings of things, and everybody can make history checks. Fung will roll it at advantage.
Ooh. Okay.
I am proficient. Yes.
That's a 9.
This is impressive for Soleil.
I was just about to say, how did I get a 19?
So everyone but Aurora recognizes now you look at it. The page that she opened up is to a blue crystalline mineral. And, now that you're looking at this book and reading the description, it actually makes perfect sense. Even Soleil could pick this up on based on the time he's spent in Nexus so far. The blue crystal that covered Omega, that's nexite. Whatever reaction occurred on Omega created a nexite layer around Omega, which is interesting. Because nexite is the magical substance that fuels all modern technology, basically, as well as forming the core of a lot of the magic items of the world. And for whatever reason, when Omega got fucked up in the Desolation, it created nexite on Omega for whatever reason.
Yeah, it looks like that.
So you're saying that nexite literally coated Omega as a reaction to this?
Yeah.
That is concerning.
Concerning?
As you no doubt are aware, this world is fueled by nexite. And it's a largely pre-established mineral in the world. Nobody knows what exactly created it or anything, but what you apparently witnessed was the spontaneous creation of nexite. That shouldn't be a thing.
It's a limited resource, isn't it?
Yes, it's a limited. It's for all intents and purposes, it's a fossil fuel.
That seems to be created by entities with consciousness.
Well, there's a lot of theories behind what created nexite in the first place. Some people just believe it's residual planar magic energy that's been trapped inside of Nexus itself and contained in a crystalline form. Others believe it's the remains of, formerly magical creatures or something that's just been fossilized over millennia.
So this is a good thing, right? I mean, scientific discovery and all that. I fail to see how this is a net negative here.
I mean, there was that other group trying to find Omega before us. Maybe this should go on the no talkie list, right?
Yes, I would. Please do not discuss this with anybody outside of this family.
We're I mean,
taking the wrong thing from this.
right. Omega, what do you think about all this? I mean, you've had time to be around and everything, and the world using Nexite and all that.
We find it interesting that we have some ability, apparently, to produce it in reaction to great physical trauma. We do not know why or how that occurs, but it is an interesting development.
Wouldn't that imply that the whole of the Sapphire Sea is just one huge potential nexite deposit?
Well, if it is truly tied to our essence, if we are producing it in some way, shape, or form, then there is the possibility that the greatest extent of us could trigger a similar reaction, but we do not know if that correlation equals causation, as we are active and the rest of us are dormant. So we do not know if the rest of us would have that same capability.
My worry, and please feel free, someone, to jump in if this doesn't sound right, but if it's triggered by trauma, intense physical trauma, who's to say other nexite wasn't made by that too? I mean, I've never seen this stuff myself. It's just so I don't have a good understanding, but
Is that something that Fung would understand in terms of like the composition and such, having worked with it before?
There's no way you can connect it to it all being created through trauma. On a like chemical level, it is essentially magic energy made into a physical substance. Um, for all extensive purposes, it is magic oil, slash coal, whatever. The nature of how that comes into being is entirely conjecture. Up until this moment, you probably assumed it was just, it's just a fundamental part of life. Like, it's just a rock in the ground kind of thing.
So what we thought was a limited resource, but I see. Certainly, very powerful groups would wish to keep such options secret.
I mean, one thing's for damn sure, we're not telling anybody else about this.
Absolutely not.
I'll be sure to relay this to my mistresses, but it is certainly a disturbing revelation if there's any kind of connection.
Well, um, I suppose the next order of business is we were at least going to take some time to recuperate before heading off to wherever we go next.
I mean, aren't we going to speak with Lady Celeste and Stella?
Is there something you need to tell them?
Well, I mean, I like saying hi to them. We saw Lady. Well, I saw as like she finally takes up a photo that she hasn't shown the party. I saw Lady Celeste flying over our boat, over our ship.
How does everyone react to this, like, single photo of a portion of Lady Celeste in the sky?
I kind of picture it's like one of those blurry Bigfoot photos.
Yeah.
Like, normally I don't question your particular eye there, Nafisa. You sure that's Lady Celeste?
Yeah, everybody in the crew said so too.
Huh. Turns the picture sideways.
Definitely
Why
looks
didn't
like a dark blob.
You should have called us out.
I mean, it happened so fast, and like she showed up and then she left, and yeah, I'm sorry I forgot to tell you guys.
I mean, it's okay. I probably wouldn't have heard you anyways.
Oh, she was apparently out looking over her territory. She tries to do that every now and then. Unfortunately, she doesn't get to do it as often as she would like because there's only she only has so many windows that she can get past Misery Court in order to be able to take on her true form and explore the entirety of her domain.
Well, Nyx is drawing. I'm assuming Nyx has been with them this whole time too.
Yeah. Presumably, if you're someplace, Nyx is also there.
We could help out. Yeah. Oh, should we show Xelik that weird letter we got too?
Definitely wouldn't hurt to get a second pair of informed eyes upon it.
You hand her the letter.
As well as the photograph / drawing that Fung made of the guy.
She takes a moment to look them over and goes, Unfortunately, this letter is very vague on specifics, so I don't necessarily know the why of it, but you can at least assume it is somebody who knows who you all are, which of course could be anybody who's read a newspaper before, but apparently it's somebody who at least knows who you all are and specifically wanted to reach out to you. If you do choose to follow up on this, I would recommend keeping your guards up. As for this gentleman, I have no idea who he is. I can begin putting out feelers, but that'll take time.
Yeah, I feel like we'll probably figure out where it is ourselves.
For the time being, would it be possible to have a couple of assistants come along? You needn't come inside, merely to watch the entrances as we do.
That
Well,
might be a tad conspicuous, don't you think?
A couple of citizens just milling about in public on a festival day?
Watching a specific door?
well, I wouldn't recommend you guys follow up with this at all. It just seems like it would be a very suspicious scenario, but you're free to do whatever you desire.
I mean, it's a call to adventure, We're just letting you know in case something happens, okay?
Noted.
Oh, and we have an official name now. If that is...
Oh?
Yeah. My uncle, the bard, Freyden, he made a song, and we got our name from it. We are called Romance Dawn.
A romance dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can have your paperwork upgraded or updated.
Mm-hmm. Both is good.
Everybody make perception checks real quick.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Nafisa with the bad
That's
numbers.
whopping 4.
6.
Nafisa, you notice that just like how you said it, she writes a romance, like a romance.
No. Romance Dawn, I'm sorry. Accent, like Romance.
Oh!
Sorry,
I thought it was an
sorry.
odd name, and
This dawn is just for the aromantics out there. Shout out.
it's just a very stinky dawn.
Mm,
So she will cross that out and rewrite it.
Thank you.
But well, you of course are welcome to rest here if you so desire. I can notify the ladies and see if they wish to speak to you. I have to go coordinate measures to get ready for the ball in 3 days. But aside from that, I guess welcome back to Venogna, and thank you for the information.
Thank you, Xelik. I think we'll take you up on that. Looks at Nap EP Aurora. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
do you guys rest first or try to talk to the dragon moms first?
Do we
I
need
think
to
it'd be
rest?
best in writing, yeah.
Well, according to Aurora, she needs to rest.
No, she needs
It
to
Aurora
has-
hasn't slept in 3 days.
And then we also downed a bunch of like really rich greasy food.
Food
She-
coma.
This is not a mechanical rest. This is a just role play rest. So if we
I
want
mean,
to do
we
something
could
else-
do a short rest and just like have her power nap for now.
Okay. You guys want a short rest in the house?
Yeah, sure.
Some kobolds will lead you to your rooms from the one time you spent a night here and had weird as fuck dreams. And you can take a short rest. It's not the most comforting rests ever, simply because of the continual passive magic radiation from the dragons being here. But it is at least enough to like wear off the worst of Aurora's EP. So with that being done, the Xelik will scoop you guys up and take you to the audience chamber to go see the dragon moms. And as you enter, they of course are standing there in their usual humanoid, 9 foot tall humanoid forms. And Lady Celeste will speak first once you guys settle in and say, "It has come to my attention from Xelik that you received a significantly concerning pieces of information in your travels, and that you wish to speak to us."
Yes. Well, first off, I took this photo of you, Lady Stella, if you want it. Just shows the black blob
He looks down at it,
for Lady
Looks-
Celeste.
looks over at you, looks over at Xelik. Xelik will take the photo from you and just hold it.
Secondly, I mean, in terms of important dangerous information, I mean, they told you about Xelik told you about Omega, yes?
She did.
Omega is part of our team, so I just wanted to make sure that everything was going to be okay moving forward.
It seems that we made a correct determination as to lend our resources to your expedition. If this is what you were able to gain in the Empire, then perhaps there will be additional enlightenment you can gain from traveling to other locations. Accordingly, we will continue to afford you the luxury of using our ship to transport you.
Thank you. I mainly just wanted to see you and say hi and show you Nyx because she's very big now, and to let you know that I'm sure Xelik told you that we are going to a bar called the Voltare Uccello to see about the invitation we've been given about work. It's strange, but well, to warn you and stuff in case something happens to us.
If you choose to do this, you should stay on your guard.
That's what Xelik said, yes.
Xelik is in her position for a reason.
Mm.
If you do choose to go to this location, we hope it does not burden you any longer, as we have expectations of you for the coming days.
We'll make sure to come back. And, how is Lunis doing?
Celeste and Stella look at each other silently, and then Stella says, Our son is currently dealing with some criminal elements to the east. We have been assured that he is in good health and in good spirits.
That's good to hear. Mm. That's really all I had in my mind. But it was good seeing you two again.
And thank you for your continued support.
Of course, we will have Xelik arrange for your expense accounts to be able to get you your outfits.
Huh?
Ow.
Xelik is also saying, excuse me, my ladies? And Lady Stella continues and goes, As I had said, we require you to perform a duty for us in 3 days. We are invited every year to these celebrations by the various Dogessas, and of course we never attend, for they are beneath us. Normally Xelik attends in our stead, but given that you have accomplished so much, we think it would be fitting for you to accompany her.
You want us to be representing you at the Jess's ball?
Yes, we think it would be informative.
Very that we can do that. Absolutely. I have plenty of experience going to fancy balls.
You do?
Yes.
You do?
Yes. Why is this such a surprise?
Remembering to first session Aurora, like, sad and poor, eating antipasta.
Excellent. Then we hope that you will make a good impression. And we feel that you will definitely send the right tone for our view of the event.
So you wish us to present with the with the energy of being better than this event?
We expect you to attend the event, be on your best behavior, and be exemplars of the level of respect deserving of such an occasion.
I shall
Mentally,
do.
she's trying to figure out, okay, does that mean
Yep.
that she wants us to treat it better than, because she's been like
wants us to
shit
have
talking
fun.
it this entire time, so it's like, okay,
I'll
what does that mean?
I'll do my best to guide them on the appropriate behaviors of high society. I promise you.
Good. And if you require anything else, Xelik will be able to lend her considerable experience at such things.
Is there an established theme or dress code?
We wouldn't bother to know. Such things are beneath us.
I think Xelik will help us with that, but thank you.
Now, if there's nothing else, you are dismissed.
Okay. Everyone good then?
Suppose
Yeah.
so.
Okay. Bye bye, Lady Stella. Bye bye, Lady Celeste.
Give you guys a little nod, very slight.
One small thing.
Yeah.
As Aurora's leaving, she's probably holding her left hand, remembering the one Dragon Mom's connection to the Raven Queen, and being like, "Oh God, I wonder if she noticed."
These dragon moms are very hard to read, but
Yeah.
they seem to be very perceptive.
Mm-hmm.
I think definitely clocking all the monochrome effects on Nafisa and Solate.
Yep.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and as you leave the room with Xelik, Xelik looks quite surprised by this turn of events. All right. So you'll be accompanying me, it seems.
It seems so.
I mean, we don't want to step on your toes or nothing.
No, my mistresses, of course, know what is best. To answer your question, there is not a specific theme. The current Dogessa apparently does not show that kind of level of pageantry for her birthdays as some of her predecessors have. So we could provide you the expense accounts to acquire suitably impressive clothing for it, but it should just be something that is suitably official.
Grimaces at the thought of such a wasted opportunity on the Dogessa's part. Truly no creativity in the upper echelons.
Well, yeah, that's 3 days from now, correct?
Correct. Her birthday coincides with Federation Day.
Oh, right. I believe I saw something about that as we were coming into the upper part of the city. And she just turns to the rest of the party. So I know I've kind of talked to you folks a bit about how to carry yourselves when talking to really important people. Probably not today, but let's try and make a plan to work on some of that so that way we can represent the ladies as best as we can, because we did a good job and we just don't want to stop the good vibes train.
Of course.
And to answer your question, yes, I went to many fancy balls in Lyons. How do you think we got connected with the potential patrons out of school?
Man, they just let art students go?
Only the best and brightest.
Is there anyone we should keep an eye out for you since you're so, ball experienced?
I mean, I don't know who's gonna be there necessarily. We are on the other side of the UFAS compared to Lyons, so who knows how many of them are gonna be in attendance.
Hmm.
Yes, well, you can go purchase your outfits. I have preparations that need to be made, apparently.
Thank you, Xelik.
Thank you.
And my apologies for such an added workload.
Anything I can do in service to my ladies is a small task indeed.
You can tell that she's like gritting her teeth through that sentiment.
I gotta try. I gotta 23. Is she mad at me?
She's not mad at you specifically. She is mad that apparently you guys are going with her. And with a 23, you feel like it also is because that means that somebody else is being excluded.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah, a certain lover boy.
So that's what you pick up on your insight check.
Xelik would just be. Oh wait, no, I should. That's fun inside chat. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
You didn't roll your usual nat 20 on a useless
no.
thing.
I whisper over to Nafisa, Nafisa, I do not wish to alarm you, but I believe Xelik might have a paramour.
Oh yeah, no, she has a boyfriend. She just says this out
Xelik goes wide-eyed and just like storms off. But
Wait,
she's a
Xelik,
kobold,
Xelik.
so it's adorable.
Xelik, wait. Yeah, is
No. She was referring.
She is gone.
That,
You hear her
that is
office
why
door
I was
slam.
whispering.
Wait, were we outside her office door or inside her office?
No, you were outside the office. She didn't slam you inside of her own office.
Yeah, I was a little
ridiculous.
confused. I was a little.
This is like as you guys are walking from the chamber to her office, she storms off and then slams the door behind her.
Yeah, so why did you bring it up, Fung?
Because I had the impression that she was rather upset, and if it was not for us, then someone who could not go any longer if we went.
I mean, why not? Why couldn't they go?
There are only so many invitations, I assume.
I mean, we'll need chaperones, right? I mean, Aurora and Zella can't watch all of us.
I mean, I kind of thought it was probably just the fact that she probably doesn't think the highest of our abilities to be high fancy society.
Oh, nonsense. Zelik's, heard of our deeds. Fancy ball shouldn't be anything, but...
But she knows that you blabbed about who we are to the highest people.
What, do you mean like Auntie Wisteria?
No,
No.
the journalists.
Oh, yeah, I need to work on that. This seems very important to Zelik. Okay, how about this? And I'm going to take out my scrapbook and rip out a piece of paper and write on it, Zelik, we need more chaperones. Please get permission to bring whoever you'd like / think could help. I do not want to make the ball a mess for you. And I'm going to hand it to a nearby servant and ask them to kindly give it to Zelik when they can.
A little kobold maid takes it from you and looks up at you and then looks towards Zelik's door and gulps audibly. Goes, I'll be sure to give it to her when I have a chance.
Thank you. It is very important for our next assignment.
And yeah. What do you guys wish to do now?
Do we want to go to the Voltaire? I feel like we should.
We should go to the bar and see what is up.
Mm-hmm.
I admit I am pretty intrigued.
I mean, worst case scenario, we can get some drinks, have a good time.
Perchance should we at least partially go in disguise?
I mean, I don't think
If we
that's...
are worried of what their intentions may be.
I mean, I suppose we could, but
I mean, they're expecting us either way.
yeah.
If you're really worried about the phone, some of us can hide and the others can stand up front.
I can be invisible. Keep it nice and easy.
Well, if it was given to me, they are at the very least expecting the recipient to arrive. Would anyone care for the hat of disguise?
Mm, I don't know. Selena is showing, like, could it work on us? We're both really
Certainly.
big.
Oh yes, it can do all of that very easily. The disguise is able to change one's apparent height as well, up to a foot.
Oh wait, but it shouldn't be me, because if we go, I'm going to bring Nyx, and I'm going to look really weird if I'm, like, not me next to Nyx.
I think
That
we
is
just go
fair.
and see what happens.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So do you guys head to the bar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is a bar in the Lower Spires. Um, it's definitely a rather seedy looking place. Um, as you approach it, there's like no guards or anything out front of it or anything. Um, and as you go in, you are all on your guard. And inside, it's a fairly spacious, like single room dive bar setup. There's a bar with probably about 10 stools on it. A female, like mountain dwarf bartender woman. There is probably about 20 armed men and women here. Um, Mostly looking to be various like rough customers, like real mercenary types. And sitting at the bar is a single woman. She is looking down at a glass in front of her. She is wearing a like black suit with like a red shirt underneath it. Um, she's a fire genasi with long, like flaming hair, pulled back in kind of like a ponytail behind her, very sharp edged. She's got little ember freckles going under each of her eyes, and around and across her nose. She's got these massive, like purple, like makeup designs, like kind of like tiered, like teeth going down the sides of her cheeks. She's got these molten, fiery eyes and a choker with a Triskelion on it. As she's proceeds to take a swig of her drink, and in a thick Von Yaskin accent, she says, "Ah, good. So you have decided to finally come."
Yes, well, when one receives such an intriguing invitation, it piques the curiosity. You certainly know who we are, but I do not believe we have had the pleasure of being acquainted.
She takes another sip of her drink. It's like this clear liquor, and then you notice there's an ashtray next to her with probably about 2 dozen cigarettes that have been crushed out in it, and she will take out another cigarette from her coat and light it up as she sits there before taking a deep drag. And she looks at you guys in a very kind of bored, apathetic way as she says, while still balancing the cigarette at the side of her mouth, "My name is Kaya Razinski. And for the people at home, I have a picture of her."
Oh.
Um, and so, yeah, she looks over at you guys. "No, I know that you clearly have talked to your employers, and yet you have still decided to come here, which is at least a sign that you are interested in the proposition that I intend to offer you.
It is hard to say no to an attractive enough woman, yes.
One of the things you guys notice, and especially Fung notices, despite her having a very thick Von Yaskin accent, she has no visible cybernetics, which is very unusual for literally any Von Yaskin you guys have met. She has no cybernetics at all.
Everyone's got their own stories.
And so after Fung's comment, she goes, "It is bold play for you to try and beseech to my sense of vanity."
Merely stating facts.
Right. Well, I will not try to waste your all's time, because I know that it is of the essence, and ultimately that you have clearly concerns that I wish you harm, which I would like to at least dissuade at this point, telling you that I do not wish you harm. Rather, your personages will be intact today. This is
Well,
something
that's reassuring.
all of you are noticing. She has a very odd way of speaking. Not just like she has an accent, but like she talks in a kind of a very old-fashioned way. It's kind of like, you're in the 20th century and she's speaking like in a Victorian style. Like she just uses odd word choice and stuff. But yeah.
You certainly seem to have a lot of eyes on us if you knew that we went to see our employers first.
My employers are deeply invested in this proposition, and so I try to make sure that I'm well informed about your comings and goings, also so I know that I should not be wasting my time otherwise.
By all means, then.
So be it. The offer is simple. I have been authorized to pay you 10,000 federal credits or equivalent currency of your choice to each of you in exchange for the construct.
We don't. You mean like a golem or?
So yeah, takes out the drag of her cigarette and kind of points with the cigarette over at Omega.
I'm sorry, but our acquaintance is not an object of sale.
If there is one thing I can tell you at this point is that everything has price. It just is a matter of finding the appropriate point.
Never say never. There's always room to be surprised.
Very little surprises me anymore.
Then I shall have to endeavor.
Would you mind answering a question that I have then?
What is it? She takes
What
another
all-
sip of her drink.
What all do you know about us? And what we've
Obviously,
been up to?
Obviously, I have read the papers. I have seen what you did allegedly in Casil before your employers covered it up for you. I am, of course, very aware of your numerous enemies you have accumulated at this point. And I know that you are currently in the possession of Nexcore property.
X-Core property.
I
We haven't touched anything
think
about
this.
that stuff.
This might be a point of ignorance for you, but while you may not seem to necessarily connect the points that I am alluding to, but the construct is the rightful property of Nexcore, and I am here on behalf of them.
That is an interesting bit of information. And how exactly do they claim to own a sentient being.
How does anyone? Property is simply a label that can be applied to anything by somebody who is rich and or powerful enough. And I assure you, Miss Wong, that this person, this organization, is certainly rich and powerful enough to be able to turn anything into property.
And yet, they are not property. Very curious that.
Is fascinating as it is to argue the philosophical nuances of this. I have simply been authorized to provide you the offer, 10,000 federal credits each. You provide the construct, we go our separate ways. You do not wish to go down the path less traveled by here, I assure you.
I look at the rest of the group, but unless there is an objection I am not aware of, I'm afraid we will have to decline your offer. Would that be a fair thing to say on our behalf? Asking the group.
Hell no, we're not giving them up.
Absolutely not.
During this time, Nafisa hasn't really been talking too much. She's been trying to get a read on this person before them. Could I get, like, a general vibes insight check before I say something?
Sure, make an insight check.
Thanks. Alright, now I don't roll a natural 20 because I need it. It's a 19.
19 isn't bad.
Yeah.
What kind of vibes are you picking up? Or are you
They
trying
sound old and broke. Well, I mean, like, based on what you've told us so far with
Yeah.
how old-fashioned they're sounding, and, like, this is a broken line of work coming from a broken sounding person. I want to see if they have like you know how the haunted one background in D&D, like the feat is just people know you're like you have a traumatic backstory. Does
Okay.
this person look broken through the eyes?
With the 19, I would say they appear to be very divorced from the world around them. You're not quite picking up broken. If you would have gotten a 20, you probably could have read deeper into it. But with a 19, they definitely do not seem like their heart is in this.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. Nafisa has not been paying too much to like Fung's aura farming. Nafisa is gonna just outright, like, with the party looking at her with like, you gonna say something. Nafisa is just gonna speak in High Wayfarer and go, "Why don't you care?"
The Kaya looks over at you and says in High Wayfarer, um, a job is a job. And frankly, I don't care about any of you. Either take the money or accept the consequences.
No.
Raise an eyebrow at the conversation here.
This is the first time you've heard High Wayfarer spoken by anybody outside of Omega. This is obviously not like the way Omega spoke it, but it is this person is speaking in a very like sophisticated version of High Wayfarer compared to what Nafisa is speaking in.
Well, if you're saying that by saying no, we are guaranteeing that I will have yet another chance to convince you otherwise, then I would be all too delighted. Shall we make a date of it? Or would you like to surprise us?
She switches back to just common Wayfarer and says, "No, I am not interested in negotiations. I have made my offer, you have made your decision. I tell
I
you
never
this,
said it had to be negotiations. I'm more than happy if you choose the language of force to speak on whatever terms you like.
She switches to fluent goblinoid
Ooh, okay.
and says, "Your attempts at flattery are as insulting as they are futile."
Soleil just kind of snorts a chuckle at that.
And then she'll switch back to Kava Wayfarer, just say, "I made my offer, you have declined.
So it seems.
This is the last time that I will be giving you this safe passage. And know that the moment I walk out of this door, there will be bounties placed on all of your heads. And, well, assassins are
What's
far
one
less
more
cordial than I
bounty?
am."
Well, you won't be the first, so, I hope you beat out the others, I guess.
Yes, I do hope we stay alive long enough to merit your personal attention once more. I believe that we're
Shrugs.
something of a phoenix, our group. It'll be harder than that to put down for good.
She'll quickly down the rest of her vodka, flick the cigarette into the bar, and will just make a gesture with one of her gloved hands, and all of the armed men get up, stand up, and proceed to exit the bar with her.
I was getting ready to hear roll for initiative.
Bar fight, let's go.
Suddenly we realized that there's nobody else in the bar anymore. It was all just her curve muscle.
Yep.
I was flirting so fucking hard.
And as she leaves, she just says, "Until we meet again."
I will see you in my dreams then.
And they all depart, and you are now alone with the dwarf.
Aurora just looking over at Fung like, what? Are you feeling all right?
I am trying to, how do they say it? I am trying to feel myself more often.
I mean, fair enough. I'm not used to hearing you talk all flirting like.
I mean, damn,
In
you
all
missed every
fairness,
shot you don't take, but
I am
I don't
not
think we're
idle.
meant to be flirting with her.
Oh, give it time, perhaps.
I mean, fair enough. Shoot your shot. Oh god, though. So that's another organization that wants us dead?
What is that, 3?
I mean, at least
Oh.
2.
Oh, there's the wolf. Yes, there's the wolves. There's Nexcore now. There's the Urban Fae Court, I believe.
I mean, they probably just don't like us because of, stomping on their fun. But correct me if I'm wrong. I think they get over it.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of stepped on their toes, so to speak. I think they'll get over it. They might be a little sore still, but not assassinate us in the street kind of sore. Internally, Soleil is starting to think it might be time to call Laszlo. I need to make a call.
And for the record, for those of you looking at Nafisa and Soleil, Next Corp's a lot bigger than the Blood Wolves. So we'll see how this goes. I think at the very least we should probably go talk to Xelik about this. The Next Corp wants Omega. Considering what we just learned too.
We are giving that poor lady such a roller coaster of emotions today.
Maybe we talk to her tomorrow, actually.
No, what if we get jumped before tomorrow, you know? What if we get, ambushed before tomorrow?
I think she'd rather know the possibility of assassination ASAP, considering we're about to go to a big public event.
I mean, I can send her. I can use sending to make it easy.
Oh, yeah, that's good. And then she can, give us a bit, an idea of what to do next. Like if we should go back to the Dragon Lady's home to spend the night, or, if we're on our own.
Yeah. And so I think Aurora will just do a quick finger gesture to cause a rune and just start speaking. I'm just like, hello, Xelik. This is Aurora. We met someone named Kaya Razinski, a representative of NextCore. They offered us 10,000 credits for Omega. What should we? No, that's 25. I had my fingers out.
I never understood why wizards and other spellcasters don't just write out the message first and then count it out.
That's what
I'm trying
Jester
to be quick.
should have done, but she never did.
I was actually thinking, I was like, there's got to be a way to do this in 3 words, and I just started talking anyways. I'm like, well, shit.
You literally pulled a Jester.
I did. What should we?
Xelik responds back. Come by the house.
Okay, it's easy enough. She said that we should come back to the house. She didn't say immediately, but she only said come to the house. So I think that's pretty chop chop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, back up to the upper area we go.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably
pretty late tonight. You guys have been going up and down the city a lot. And it's it's
And
a
our
huge ass
Stetson.
fucking city.
You could hail a carriage. You could hail a carriage, right?
Rent a carriage if you want.
Yeah. But yeah.
It's probably faster
Mm-hmm.
and safer. So.
Alrighty. So you guys could grab a carriage to go back up to the house. And I think with that we could probably wrap up here for the night a little early. So yeah.
Whole session for ball stuff tomorrow or next week.
Yep, next time it'll be all ball. You'll be balling. Ballers and shot callers.
Balls in Obsidia session, more likely than you think.
But yes, thank you guys for hanging out tonight. I hope you all had fun watching. I hope my players had fun playing. You should go check out all my wonderful players. They're all good beans who all have their own campaigns and streams and whatnot in their own right. Certified good ladies and gentlemen. Or gentlemen, sorry. I always put Sif as an egg, so
I was gonna say, I'm here too.
I know, it's just Nafisa got me all egg Sif. For so many reasons. But so with that, we will be done here for tonight. If you haven't done so already, please give me a follow here on Twitch. Give me a sub over on YouTube, where we have every episode of this stream and every episode of this campaign previously. You can also give me a follow Blue Sky, and you can join my Discord, the Eternal Citadel, and be a part of my incredible community. I want you all to remember you're all beautiful, amazing, and valid people, and I hope you enjoyed spending your night with us nearly as much as we enjoyed spending it with you. And never forget the most important part, which is the world is better having you in it. That'll be it for tonight. We will hopefully be back here next Monday for another exciting session. Checking stuff out. Yeah. I have a lot of hotties to drop next session. So if you want to come by to see all the hot NPCs, you need to come by next time. We are gonna be rating my boy the NJ Chef. Oh Jesus, I fucked up my Twitch. Who is doing something D&D related, so that's a good sign. He's one-shot planning with the homies. That's cool. We're actually doing a thematically appropriate raid.
Friend of the D&D core, Vesper, I think, is playing in it as well. Vesper
Gotcha.
out of
Oh,
Fortune.
nice.
Excellent. So let's go send him some love. If you're a follower, please copy down the call to hugs message. If you're a sub, please copy down the Knights message. And we'll see you next time. Have a wonderful night. Bye.
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 Bye.